What are the fans asking you for Christmas?
For a good baseball team. They obviously we understand how people react and what they see around the league, and I don't blame them in the sense that they're passionate about their team, but like I told Pete yesterday, and I stole this line from Dave, and I think it's the greatest line in the offseason. There's no deadline in the offseason, so we just have to be patient. Something's going to happen. We're going to be better. When we get to February 14th, we're going to have a good baseball team.
So when you took the job, Stanton wasn't in the Yankees lineup. Does that change things for you in terms of your mindset?
Maybe he can. We play 19 games. I'll call Booney and tell him to give him a few off days. Against the Red Sox, and he doesn't play. But he's a good baseball player. We know that. So but what they do, it doesn't change what we wanted to do before the offseason. We still shouldn't to be the best team in the league, and improve our roster, and at the end of the day, to win the World Series. So because they did what they thought it was good for them, it doesn't change what we're going to try to do.
I know in Orlando you talked about a lineup with maybe Mookie and Benintendi at the top. How much have you thought about different kind of scenarios for your lineup?
I love the game. This is what I do. And there's different scenarios, but that one with Mookie leading off, I'm not thinking too much about it. I think that's what's going to happen. There's a guy that is very dynamic, very athletic, and like I said before, from pitch one, if you're the opposition, you have to execute, and that's the most important thing. If you put the pitcher in a position that he have to execute from the get-go, 6 innings, 7 innings doesn't happen. I lived it this year. And like I said, George, for how great he was, if you look at his numbers in the second half, he only had 10 extra base hits. I think he hit 5 home runs in the World Series, but he wasn't great in the second half. But he felt that he was that dominant guy, athletic guy, that he was putting pressure on it, and just because of his presence, it made a difference to the opposition.
How much has that experience in Houston, even just the 1 year, changed how you think about things like putting a lineup together and right-left balance and all that because of what worked for you guys last year?
The right-left balance didn't happen. We went with 5 righties at the end, and they were dominant. But before last year, I always thought I was ready, to be a big league manager. Now that I went through the experience as a bench coach, I feel now I'm ready. I wasn't ready 2 years ago, and just because of the things that AJ had to do with the media, with the front office, with the players, I lived it, and I learned a lot. So, the good things and the bad things. Sometimes I look and I don't want to do that. I'd rather do it this way, or that makes sense. I never thought that's the way to do it. So hopefully all that experience is going to help me out, throughout my career, and we can be as successful as they were last year.
You mentioned in Orlando you wanted to start maybe visiting some players.
Yeah.
Have you set anything up yet? Or?
Yeah. Hoping to play, this week, going to Florida, see a few guys down there. There's a lot of guys in Fort Myers I didn't know, and just go down there, meet with them, go to Miami, meet with other guys, and then go home. Can't wait to go. I heard the Twins are sleeping, 4 or 5 hours straight, so looking forward to that. Hopefully when Dad goes home, they sleep throughout the night.